Good afternoon. I'm calling this meeting to order. Welcome to the Sedro Woolley Rotary Club, the best Rotary Club in the... We'll start the meeting today with an invocation, which will be with Daryl Skiles.
Our Father in heaven, we bow before thee and we thank thee for the opportunity of gathering together as Rotarians and guests. Grateful for the opportunity we have to serve in our community and be a part of it. We're particularly grateful at this time for those who have served us in all positions in the club this past year, and for those coming in and who will continue to serve. We pray, Father, that thou might bless each of us, that we will be able to help as many as we can attend the installation. And now we also thank thee for the food and pray that thou might bless it to our bodies and that we might gain from the experience of the program today. And we express our appreciation for all the blessings that are ours and do so in the name of thy Son. Amen.
Amen. All right, please join me in the four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And today's song is with David Bricka. Oh, the flag salute. Oh, I always miss something. All right, join me in the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now a song with David Bricka.
Indeed. So we need to help the Mariners out. They're having some trouble. So let's sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and then they'll win every game for the rest of the season, right? Right? Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I'll ever look back, for it's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. And one more thing. So today is Chris Schaffner's birthday, so I think we should sing happy birthday to Chris Schaffner. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chris. Happy birthday to you.
All right. Hey, David, could you do me a favor? I would love it if we could have our guests from the Lions Club introduce themselves and talk a little bit about
what they're here
for.
Hello, everyone. I'm Carol Torsa with the Sedro Woolley Lions Club, and we're selling the tickets for the log drive this year. We did it last year, too. We came here then. The log is a red, white, and blue log. It's about 8 feet long, and it's dropped off the bridge or near the bridge at Marble Mount, floated all the way down the Skagit River to the bridge on Highway 9, and you're supposed to guess the hours, minutes, and seconds it will take to go that distance. 25% of the proceeds will go to the winner who guesses the right time, and 75% will go to children's cancer, both at Children's Hospital and at Camp Corey. So anything to help this cause, we'd appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Besides our friends from the Lions Club, do we have any visitors today? Oh, Scott.
This is my visitor from one of my coworkers. I'll let him introduce himself.
Yeah, hi, my name is Curtis Clement. I work with Scott. I'm a geologist at the Upper Skagit tribe. Hi, Daryl. Long time no see.
Welcome. All right. Do we have any other visitors? All right. Do we have any visiting Rotarians? Nope, seeing none, we're going to hop straight to club business, and I have Becky Eldy who wants to do an announcement. Where did Becky go? Oh, right there she is.
Just wanted to remind you, July 1st is installation. If you haven't signed up with me, I have the sign up sheet right here. We have a short meeting right after this, so we're going to iron out some details.
Right. Anyone else with any announcements today? All right. We are still missing coolers, as you have seen now for weeks. So if you have seen 2 missing coolers with Rotary handwritten on them, let us know. Photos. Some of you have still not sent me a photo. Some of you have not found me before or after the meeting. You are going to have a blank spot in the booklet. I know. Oh, Lynn said he could draw a caricature. So I'm looking forward to those. Mike Janicki is shaking his head up and down. So I look forward to Mike Janicki's caricature, and anyone else, just let Lynn know today after the meeting. He'll draw you up. All right. And Becky did the installation. So now we have a raffle.
Real quick, the raffle includes some strawberries tended to by my favorite gardener, who lovingly picked them this morning. So,
and we also have 3 tickets to the Sedro Woolley Rodeo, courtesy of our favorite cowboy, Doug Wood.
First is B7. Oh, 7. Habit, sorry.
Oh, right on.
Perfect.
Lucky number 7.
So you can choose from anything down here or spin the wheel. Spin. Taking the bear.
Smart choice.
Number 40. 40. Oh, man. Gets down from the podium and gets to. Perfect. 16. 16. Taking it easy on him with
Let's draw one more.
do one more.
Yeah. We got it. This is for the strawberries. You don't get a choice because those are going home because they won't last in the closet.
Number 53. Dessert.
All right. Thank you so much. Now we have 2 more auction items that have not had bids. One is a glass fusing or jewelry making class for 6 people, supplies included, and the stated value is $300. So I'm not sure if anyone's interested, but I'm willing to start a bid today. $300 is with Julie Chat Erickson. Anyone interested? Oh, we've got 50. Mighty cheap for 6 people. Going once, going twice, sold. All right. And then the other one we have, I hope this one does not go for that low. It's a Dakin air purifier, and it comes with an annual maintenance agreement. Its value is for $550, and it's from Ronk Brothers. $550. Do I have a starting bid on that one? $100? Yes. Let me read the description. Oh, good. There is literally 0 descriptions with this. I'll clarify and I'll get back to you. And we'll get in a bidding war next week. So everyone's welcome to be here. All right. Moving on to Sergeant at Arms. Thanks, Pat.
All right, if you're not wearing your badge or you did not sign in, that's $1. If you did not place your phone on silent and it rang while you were here, that will be $1. If you did not read the auction booklet and were asking questions about the particulars of the auction items that were auctioned off today, you owe $1. Other than that, I have June trivia for you. So we'll let Kyle and Rick join this table here. If you guys get it wrong, you owe $2. If you get it right, next table over pays $1. All right, so your question is, on June 6th of which year did the Great Seattle Fire occur? And I've got multiple choice for you. 1898, 1899, 1887, 1888, or 1889? '87 is wrong. 1889. It was a 12-hour inferno that burned over 25 city blocks. So you guys owe $2. And Brian, if I could have you help me pick up money, please, that'd be great. Thank you. All righty. On June the 13th of which year was the town of Woolley platted? And again, I have multiple choice for you. 1889, 1898, 1880, or 1890? All right, bit of a trick question. 1889 was when the town of Sedro was platted. Woolley was platted the following year in 1890. Oh, no, you still pay $2. You're all wrong. All righty, my table. Oh, that'd be a conflict. That was too nice. There is a really easy one on here, though. Which singer was not born in June? Paul McCartney, Alanis Morissette, Prince, Madonna, or Michael Jackson? Answer was Prince, and that is wrong. It's Madonna. So our table owes $2. All righty, which movie star was not born in June? Clint Eastwood, Marilyn Monroe, Liam Neeson, Angelina Jolie, or Morgan Freeman? One of them was not born in June. Their guess is Angelina Jolie. It is in fact Clint Eastwood. So that'll be 2. May 31st. Clint was born May 31st of, I didn't write down the year. All right, you guys get the easy one. So if you get it wrong, $2. If you get it right, we'll have the online people. Do we have any online people today? All right. So here's how we'll do it. If you guys get it wrong, you pay $2. If you get it right, the online people pay $2. In June of which year was the first military branch of the United States formed? Actually, let me rephrase that for you. Which military branch was formed in June of 1775? There you go, the Army. So online folks, you owe $2. Thank you, Brian. I think we are to happy bucks. Anybody happy today? I got a laugh, but that's not a happy buck. David's happy.
So on Tuesday at Burlington Edison High School, I was pleased to meet the recipients of the Brian Gurney Memorial Scholarship, Hector Avia Ruiz and Lydia Howe. This is the 9th year that we've honored the memory of Brian through scholarship and education. He's sorely missed, and we're so glad that these kids are going to be continuing their education. Hector is going to Western, and Lydia is going to go to San Diego State University. So that's it. I got $10.
Doug and then Ruth.
I have a happy 5. That's 20. I know. Oh well. I don't need it. The Rotary donated $20,000 to our rodeo, and we bought a bunch of panels. We got those up now, and it's really made a huge improvement. We took a big open unused field and turned it into 4 pens for livestock, and then 1 fence, and replaced a bunch of posts. And now we have a warm-up arena for prior to the rodeo. So it's been really appreciated, and thank you for helping fund phase 1 of our project.
I've got a happy 5 because I got 2 meetings left.
Anybody else happy today?
I am up here on Zoom.
Jeff McCann is online. Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, I got to play a little bit of hooky from work today and go see my son William win I believe it's the Eugene Johnson Award from Clear Lake Elementary, one of 4 6th graders to win that this year. So it's kind of, I guess like the Paul Harris of Clear Lake. But anyway, I'll send in $20.
Awesome.
Anybody else?
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. And it's time for early leavers. And while you're getting up and leaving, I'm going to introduce our program today. We have Amber, is it just you speaking today? Okay, so we have Amber Lang from Family Promise. And, back when we scheduled them to come here, we did not know there was going to be a 4 or 5 hour long council meeting with much discussion the night before, like there was last night. So I feel like this is just coincidentally some great current events. We can't wait to hear all about it. And welcome. Come on up.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for having us today. I also did not know that before we came here, we would have as many exciting things happening as we do. Our executive director, Audria, did come with me today so that at the end of my presentation, if people do have questions about things that they have heard regarding our upcoming project, she can answer them. We do want to limit that to just a few questions because we don't want to get too carried away with that. So I am here really to talk about all the things that Family Promise is currently doing and the ways that your Rotary Club, your businesses, and your families can get involved with what we're doing. So I am currently the development associate at Family Promise, which means it is my job to build community relationships and raise money. I have been part of Family Promise over the last 5 years. I have not only been a staff member there, but have also been served as a guest there. I moved to the Valley in 2017 to work for the YMCA, and I suffered a very severe medical crisis that made it so that I could no longer work full-time. At the time, I had both of my 2 children, and then also my niece, who was 16, was living with us, and I was her guardian. So I could no longer work, and I had 3 children to take care of by myself. In the midst of all of that, my landlords, who had been Skagit Valley residents for 30 years, decided they were going to move out of the state and were selling their house. And we had less than 30 days to find new housing. Back then, housing was difficult. Now it's even more difficult. And we were literally a week away from not having a home. I had found places for each of my children to be individually. I was putting our stuff in storage, and my plan was to just sleep on couches and in the car because we just didn't have any other option. Up until that point, I had always been a very hard worker, started working at 14 years old, really had done everything that I could to not find myself in a situation like this. So it was very alarming, very scary, not just for me, but for my children. And just a week before we were without a home, Family Promise stepped in, and we got into a home, and not just a home, but a home where actually each of my children had their own bedrooms. I had a bedroom, and that literally happened about 6 weeks before everything shut down due to the pandemic. And so we were housed during that time, and very possibly, it was very possible that we not be. Family Promise stayed with me as I got healthier. I went back to school. I got my AA degree. My girls graduated high school. I moved out of state to go to pastoral school. And when I came back into Skagit Valley, Family Promise helped us with finding a place to live and paying move-in fees for us. Helped us get restabilized in the county. And now I get to work there and come alongside lots of families in our situation. And I think that it's important to share stories like that because there's so much stigma around homelessness and even around family homelessness. And I think that people would be shocked if they knew how close their friends, neighbors, and families were to homelessness. Currently, the vacancy rate in this county is less than 1%, which means that there aren't even houses available. To move into a new home, the average cost is $6,000 to $8,500, and that is just to get into a home. So first, you have to find a home. And then you have to have a very good chunk of money saved up to get into that home. So if you are a family that's had some type of crisis, that's a real near impossible situation. And unfortunately, there's not like an end in sight. We're not looking at like, oh, all of a sudden we're going to have a whole bunch of new housing coming up. So Family Promise is really looking at how do we serve the families that are in crisis now and at risk of becoming in crisis. One of our most successful programs is actually our homeless prevention program, where we serve families before they become homeless. So we work with them and landlords to help them stay in their current houses. Our success rate in that program is 96% of keeping families stabilized in their home, which is huge. Through our other housing programs, we have a success rate of about 80% right now. And that means that 80% of the families that come into our program are leaving our program in stable housing and with whatever crisis brought them to us stable. One of the unique things about us is that our shelter model works with churches in the community, and that allows us to keep our cost to serve significantly lower. The average cost to serve a homeless family in this county is around $54, and we're able to do it for between $11 and $13 a night. So it's a significant decrease, and that's because we have churches that house the families overnight and help provide meals and provide volunteers. So it's a really different type of model. After our shelter model, we also have multiple transitional houses. Some are multifamily units, and then some are individual family units. When a family graduates our program, like I shared about my story, they don't ever leave the family of Family Promise. So we also have a lot of graduate services available, including we do a really fun thing at Christmas. If they're needing to come back and do a life skills training class, they can. All of our families are required to do financial literacy training. It's one of the first things that we do with them when they come into our program. And then we offer all kinds of different life skills classes depending on the volunteers that we have. So that's really what I would love to maybe get in your minds and your hearts today, is ways that you can help support these families. So one of the easiest things obviously is volunteering. You can bring a meal anytime our families are in the shelter, prepare a meal, donate gift cards for us to purchase a meal, donate gift cards for us to buy food, to prepare meals at the shelter. You can come and teach a class. So if you're a banker, you could help us teach our financial literacy class. If you really love gardening, you could come and teach a gardening class. If you really love knitting, you could come and teach a knitting class. If you really love kids, you could come and do something with the kids that are in our shelter. We want the families to always feel a sense of home when they're with us, and we want them to have access to all the same things that they would have if they were living in the community. So those are a couple of really easy ways to get engaged. Some other things that we do is we do shelter drives. I try to have one happening every month, and that just involves us getting you a list of items that we regularly need in our shelter, which is toilet paper and sheets and cleaning supplies. And then we ask you to do a drive for those items. We also do a gift card, have people do gift card drives. For the month of June in Mount Vernon, the town pump is doing a gift card drive, and they're very excited about it. They have been promoting it. They have been getting all kinds of different things from their customers. It's also opened up new relationships for me to partner with other restaurants and other businesses in Mount Vernon. So that's a real creative way of doing things. We also, so many things. We have events. So obviously we do fundraising events like anyone else. We just had our spring tea at Willowbrook Manor, which was a really great success. Coming up in July, we have what is called Sleepless in Skagit. And this is an event where the goal is really education about homelessness, and we actually invite families to come and stay the night at our shelter. You can sleep in the shelter, you could sleep in your car in the parking lot, you could sleep at home and maybe just sleep on your couch instead of in your bed. The idea is to sleep anywhere but your bed and experience what it might be like for a family. It's a peer-to-peer fundraiser, so it works just like your kids' fun run would. You just ask, I would say, Audria, would you sponsor me for 2 hours of my sleeping in my car tonight? $10 each hour. So it's a really easy thing. This year, we're doing something extra fun right here in Sedro Woolley. We're going to have a cornhole tournament. I personally don't know a ton about cornhole, but what I have learned is it is very big here. And so we're going to have a cornhole tournament that will also raise money to go back into our homeless prevention program. So that's coming up. This is our 10th year here in Sedro Woolley, which is really exciting for us. So this fall, we're going to have a very big, fancy gala at the Swinomish Casino. There will be lots of information coming up about that. As soon as the July 18th event is over, you will start seeing blasts about that. So as a Rotary group, you can sponsor any of those events. As a business owner, you can sponsor any of those events. We also love to have groups like yours purchase tables when we do our larger events. Then you can have a whole group of you come and support the event. And then I just like to encourage people to think creatively about these things. If you have maybe a child or a grandchild that does a sports team or does 4-H, they can actually get their group to maybe collect pennies that would go towards serving children in our programs. If you attend a church regularly and your church is not already part of our rotation, then we would love if you would introduce us to someone at your church so we could talk about engaging them in our programs. So there are lots and lots of different creative ways for you to get involved. We've left a number of materials on the table back there. So there's an upcoming events flyer, which talks about the gift card drive at Town Pump. We have a Family Promise work party happening in June, our Sleepless in Skagit event, and then we're also going to have a garage sale in August right here in Sedro Woolley. There's a flyer specifically for our Sleepless in Skagit event that includes the info on signing up for the cornhole tournament. You can come to the barbecue or do the cornhole tournament, and you don't have to stay the night. The event is free. We want the community to come and to learn about what we're doing here in Sedro Woolley. There is sponsorship forms. So forms that just talk about the different ways you can sponsor us. There's a number on there that I like to share with everyone, and that's $1,650. That number is important because that is how much it costs us to house a family for 1 month in our shelter. So if you really want to know the impact of your money, that's it, $1,650. And that supports a family of 4 people for a whole month in our shelter, providing them meals, case management, financial literacy, all the things that we do for them. So that's a great one. We also have just some informational postcards that talk about the prongs of our program, and then some really fun, if you're a sticker person, some Family Promise stickers. So does anyone have any questions about our regular programming or regular ways that you can get involved with Family Promise? Wow.
I'm curious as to how many families you actually are serving right now within this.
Oh, yes. So we can serve up to 5 families in our regular shelter. We can serve 7 families in our seasonal shelter, which happens in the winter. We can serve probably another 10 to 12 families in our transitional housing. And then our homeless prevention program is really, there's not a 12 to 15 maybe at once, but in that program is where we serve the most families throughout the year. In 2024, we served 195 families with more than 300 children. The last that I looked at our data for our first and second quarter, we're actually close to halfway to that already because we've served so many families in our homeless prevention program. We reached serving 1,000 families since inception just a couple of months ago, which was obviously very exciting. Our families do come in all types of different sizes and makeup. So we like to serve a family as they were in the community. So for some of my families, that means a single parent and 1 or more children. For some families, that's a 2-parent household. For some families, that's a grandparent and children, or a mom, a grandma and children. It's really however that family existed. So the size of families that we serve, is anywhere from 2 people up to 10, however many you have, that's how many we try to serve. So that's also something unique about our programming, is that we make sure that we keep families as they were before they came to us. And that is, I should say, that is a requirement to be in our program, is that there's been some debate about this. A requirement to participate in any of our programs is that you have a child in your care, that you be pregnant, or that you're actively working with DCFS to regain custody of your children. We have had a few really remarkable stories of parents coming to us out of homelessness, having lost their children. They get into our program, regain stability, and regain custody of their children. One of those people that we saw that success with even came back and became an employee of our agency. So some really special things that happen there. Our agency has grown a lot. When I first started, we were a staff of 4 to 5 people, and now we are a regular staff of about 13 people. So really big change.
So I'm just really happy to hear the town pump is behind you guys.
Me too.
My favorite bar, I'm telling you. No, that's not my comment, but I'm proud of them for doing that. And I know one of their staff over there. Now I lost my train of thought, of course. I'm getting old. Give me just a second. It'll come here. What's that? Yeah. Oh, they have great pizza. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just give them a little shout out. If you are looking
I'm
for a
trying to do
pizza
that, yeah.
or a beer, go into Town Pump and you're not only supporting them, but you're also supporting Family Promise.
And it'll come back to me. It's kind of weird being as old as old people.
Anybody else? Okay. So that is the bulk of what I was planning to share today prior to all the things that have happened in the community in the last couple of weeks. Does anybody have a specific question about things they've heard lately in Sedro Woolley? Oh, great.
Are you sure?
I wanted to know what roughly your breakdown of how you get funding.
Oh, great question. So we get some of our funding from government grants, which includes local cities, the county, and the state, and then there is some federal funding that we apply for. A lot of our money comes from what we classify as individual donations, which includes corporate sponsorships, actual individual giving, and church giving. And then this year, for the first time, we have a category for community service and civic groups because we've been really actively working to engage groups like yours. So we do. Our goal for this year in individual giving is $337,000, and we are right on par to reach that goal. Does that answer your question? Great. Yeah, a lot of the money comes from the Valley and it stays in the Valley, which is something really special. I've done fundraising for 20 years in a lot of different places, and I continue to be very pleasantly surprised at how the residents of the Valley support agencies and individuals in the Valley. So yeah, I know that I see a number of faces that I saw last night at City Council, but yeah, if anybody does have any questions about that, we'll hang out. Audria is the best person to answer those right now, but I would also love if before you left, you took some information with you. If you have a business and you're willing to take some of that stuff and keep it out at your business, I love to do that. If you think you'd be interested in doing any type of drive or collecting donations for us, please let me know. We're really working hard to double the amount of businesses and service groups like yours that we engage. You guys are really a much bigger Rotary group than I have been at so far, which is exciting. Obviously, you're all really engaged. So I think that's great. So thank you.
All right. Like I said, 2 meetings left. Not excited at all. All right. Help put away chairs and tables and have a great weekend, everyone.